It does look like we may be good to go. So yeah, runner and commentators, if you would like to introduce yourselves, and then we can get the run underway. Thank you.
Yeah. So hello again, Archiethon. I hope you were having a great time enjoying this intro cutscene, maybe nostalgic for some of you. So Chef and Tim, if you would like to introduce yourself, now that you are allowed to talk, so we can get the run going.
Absolutely. My name is Chef Bear. I'm a former Ocarina of Time runner, current speedrunner, lover of Ocarina of Time speedruns.
I am Oddbot or Tim, and yeah, I'm not certain why I'm here, but I am. I watch this game a lot.
Hail Archie.
Yeah.
Hail Archie.
Alright, so I'll let you guys give me a countdown, so the time will start as I click this Japanese text that launches the intro cutscene.
What does it say?
Okay, I can.
Yeah, sure.
I can count you in if you would like.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so get ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
And we're off. Alright, I'll go ahead and start. So, oh, go ahead. Oh, okay.
I was just saying everyone understands the text.
Oh, yeah. All Ocarina of Time runners are required to speak and read, translate Japanese fluently. Otherwise, how would you get through the run otherwise?
Yeah, right.
But actual explanation, we run Japanese because the text goes through faster, less characters, and it saves a lot of time. For example, in a category like glitchless, English will lose upwards of 20 minutes, so it's a significant time saved. But let me go ahead and explain this category. I'll explain some of the history of this category more in detail later on. But for now, just know that this category is called GSR, which stands for Ganondorf Source Requirement. And as such, the requirement is to beat the game while defeating Ganondorf and doing all the things basically casually required to defeat Ganondorf in battle and getting them from source. So that's why it's called Ganondorf Source Requirement. So some of the bullet point things that we'll be doing, obviously defeating Ganondorf, and then before that, we'll be getting light arrows, collecting Shadow and Spirit medallions. We'll be getting magic, so that way we can shoot the light arrows, and quiver, again, so we can shoot the light arrows. And then we'll be getting Zelda's Lullaby. We'll also be restricting certain techniques, such as wrong warping, RBA, BA, GEM, as well as SRM and arbitrary code execution. And again, I'll explain more why later on that we also have those restrictions.
Yeah, because this game is ridiculously broken. If you've never seen an OOT speedrun before, you're going to see a lot of glitches, but know that those are far from being the most broken glitches in the game. So if that gives you an idea.
Yeah.
If I could just quickly come in to shout out a couple of donations. We've got $5 from Chuckles that says, "Good luck to all of the Archiethon runners and volunteers this weekend." Thank you so much for that. And we also have $5 from Goofy Goober 69 who says, "You guys are goofy and silly, and I don't like you, grr." There's some hating going on over here. But I will say, with that, we have passed our start of the day milestone of $200. So thank you so much, everyone, for getting us there so quickly. I do really appreciate that. It's really great work from everyone. So yeah, well done.
I was clapping, but my audio thingy, the noise gate filtered it.
Gosh dang it. This message was brought to you by Discord Crisp noise suppression. Alright, so right off the bat, Jean is going to do some movement to get to the Kokiri sword. And all along the way, and on the way back, he's going to be doing some exact movements so as to optimally collect a bunch of rupees to get any of the items that he's going to need for this section.
Why is he walking backwards?
That is an excellent question. It is optimal in a straight line. Basically, if you are traveling, if Link has to travel in a straight line and has to do, at least as child, at least 4 to 5 rolls, then it is optimal to backwalk because it is faster than rolling or obviously walking.
Here's the exact movements.
Beautiful.
This guy, I didn't get in the way.
And right here, we're going to be doing a frame perfect trick. So yeah, that right there is frame perfect, that jump slash. Very nicely done.
Scariest trick in the game.
That's all. Also, you can collect that blue rupee that's up there. Then we're gonna jump across.
That was intentional, very very precise movement to hit the sign.
Yeah. This is to spawn that rupee right here.
Exactly.
Exactly. Wouldn't show up otherwise. All right, so now we'll be buying our items. Let's see what John ends up buying. All right, getting a shield.
And a deku stick. So
Deku stick.
normally, optimal routes would buy only either a shield or deku sticks, but it's safer to buy both.
We watch with bated breath as we see how we're going to use these items. All right, so now I know what you're thinking. We have to do Deku Tree so that way we can get out of Kokiri Forest as fast as possible. So that's what we're going to do. Right now we're going to go to Deku Tree. Only looks like we're kind of going the wrong way here. This is not the way to Deku Tree. What is John doing?
Is it not?
Oh my goodness.
He's inside of him.
And there you go. Oh, he's insane.
And this is really subverting my expectations. Must have learned this in film school.
Amazing. That's basically if you have enough speed, going into that guard right there, and you talk to the guard with good timing, then you can Link will clip through the guard, and then you can just barely roll under. There is one frame while Link is crouch stabbing, where he has a ton of speed, and that's going to actually get used. Or at least that idea is going to be used quite a few times throughout the run. And I'll mention them.
Yeah, the golden rule with Ocarina of Time is you can clip through basically anything in this game. Like it's basically like a Swiss cheese, completely full of holes.
Yeah, exactly. It's all just paper mache, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so the first thing that we're going to be, the first goal we're going to have in this category that we're going to try to accomplish is getting Zelda's Lullaby. However, there are a couple of things that we need to do before we get Zelda's Lullaby. We're first going to go to Kakariko Village, and we're gonna get a couple of very nice things there.
Very nice things. Bated breath again.
Bated breath. All right, round of applause for not talking to the owl again. Hardest trick in the run.
Like Kiwi does it.
That's beautiful.
I thought talking to the owl was part of the gain source requirement.
It honestly should be. Because,
It
like,
should be, yeah.
how would you know how to get to Ganondorf? Unless
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Right.
You have to think about
German
it.
flag.
Alright, so we're going to be doing a nice little trick here. I think John's going to go for it.
Yeah.
There's an owl coming up, and we don't want to talk to him if we can't.
Nice.
Beautifully done.
And the sword pull.
And we
Let's go.
just passed by that owl, and he couldn't even talk to us because we were going so fast.
What
but
is
yeah,
that
basically
trick called?
basically, the trick that we just did right there is called a WES, or Water Extended Super Slide. There are a lot of variations on the fundamental trick, Extended Super Slide, where basically the idea behind any of these tricks is to use what's called ESS position, which is named after that trick, Extended Super Slide, which is a small zone on the analog stick, which is just outside the dead zone and just before full input, where Link just rotates in place. And in that state, if you hold that position, in that state, Link retains all directional velocity. And, I mean, you can try it yourself, just like get hit by something and just hold outside the dead zone, and Link will keep moving at the exact same speed. And if you can get into that position indefinitely, which one of the ways to do that is by entering water and holding target in ESS, you can stay in that rotating state indefinitely and keep that movement speed. And the owl also cannot talk to you in that state as well. So there's a lot of broken things about that particular state for some reason.
I was setting up for calling it a cleanse slide, but it's too late now, I guess.
Well, that's an old meme. Wow.
I'm telling you, I've been watching this game. Wait, so the owl can't talk to you in ESS? Is that what makes you not able to talk to you?
Correct.
So if you just like ESS, like turn around on the ground, it also doesn't talk to you in theory?
Yeah. Obviously, until Link can't turn anymore.
Oh right, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, you can rotate around the dead zone to keep it going if you wanted to. Alright, so we just got a bottle. That's going to be very handy for us later. And now we're going to be doing a couple big tricks here. So we're going to get into Bomb of the Well. Might ask how are we going to do that? Well, just like that. When Link is talking to Navi, certain things are disabled, such as water physics. So, alright, I'm just going to let Jean do this trick and I'll explain it just after.
I think that's 3. That was 4. Okay. Next cycle. This trick is really precise. Second frame. Yep, that's over.
Okay.
I think I safety saved. So this trick is a way to get to explosives early, and it's ridiculously precise. There's a lot of frame perfect inputs that we have to do, which is why I'm using pause buffering to get there. Thankfully,
Yeah,
I
it's
can just
very
do
tricky,
that.
very nuanced trick. We boiled it down to a science at this point, but man, early on, when we first discovered it, it was quite the black box.
That was early.
If I may take a moment to highlight an upcoming bid war, if that's alright.
Only in
Later on
5
today,
seconds?
we do have the Void Stranger run, and you can decide which color palette will be used for that run. Currently we have grey and orange in the joint lead at $5 each, so if you have a preferred color palette for that run, do be sure to get your donations in time for that. Thank you.
Okay.
Looks like the right RNG. Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Very nice. Good stuff.
Wait, no.
Oh,
The reason...
oh. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're fine. I just
We're
went
good,
to the
yeah.
water. I hate that swim.
Okay.
Maybe we should just keep talking about donations, Cactus. It makes him play better.
Alright, let me explain all the malarkey that just happened there. Okay, so I explained we got in with Navi Dive, and then So basically, this trick is called corpse push, and I'll explain why. So it was discovered a couple years ago, a few years ago, not too long ago, that
2022, I think.
you can actually I guess I'll explain first what we used to do. We used to go way deep into the well, all the way to this a pitfall near crawl space. We would get ocarina, and we would do something called ocarina dive, and it was very slow. It took a very long time, but we discovered two or 3 years ago that you can actually clip right near the entrance by using actor push from the Skulltula, particularly the dead Skulltula. So Jean does this precise setup in order to be able to kill the Skulltula and then get into the perfect position and timing to be able to backwalk into this little corner, this little choke point in the geometry, where if all goes right, then he's able to clip out of bounds, and then there's actually water out of bounds. It extends outwards a lot more than the interior of the room, and so he's able to just swim up and get bomb shoes. And you're going to see that bomb shoes are going to be very helpful throughout the run. It's completely worth that whole trip that we just made to bottom of the well, doing that whole trick, taking all the time. It's very worth it. Okay, very nice. So to explain what just happened there, basically, if you do not face, if you don't look at the bridge, and it is before nighttime, and basically, if you keep the bridge off camera, then even when it turns to nighttime and the bridge is supposed to go up, it cannot update until you look at it. And so John, got a backwalk angle, and then did just some fancy movements to make sure that he wouldn't look at the bridge until he was already on the chains, which allows him to enter even after nightfall.
Taking some damage here on purpose to set up HP for later. And do some equips. So Chef mentioned earlier that we need Zelda's Lullaby. Here's the next step. So we are supposed to go around and avoid all the guards, but we can really just walk on walls in this game with a really good position setup.
Yeah, I love the setup.
It's such a good setup.
Look at
James
that.
Mountain Goat's
Beautiful.
impression.
Alright.
Exactly. Now you might ask, how are we supposed to get to this crawl space and into the courtyard if we don't have a pocket key though?
One frame.
Man, I have a joke to make, but it's not PG. Fuck.
Come on.
Exactly.
Why is that exactly there?
We have no time to waste. And there you go.
Yep.
It's a nice little damage boost. You can see that we're already using our bomb shoes to our great advantage. Now let's see how John does with guards.
Should I go for your guards once?
Sure.
Up to you.
I should have made that a donation incentive actually. For charity.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason he gets spawned there is it's also part of the source requirement, right?
Well, it's more like the tricks that allow us to not get it from source or banned. So we can't really get Zelda's Lullaby any other way than going through this sequence.
No. I meant getting caught, but all good. The joke doesn't get funnier. The joke doesn't get funnier if I explain it. All good, dude. All good.
Yeah, gosh, Sean, just play the game.
Yeah, I'll be hold, I guess. That's more where that came from.
Okay. Playing it nice and safe, totally fair.
This is horrible RNG, by the way. The classic.
Yeah, the guards are being a little bit annoying.
Dude! What?
No, dude.
This is awful. Okay, no, this guy's gonna stop midway.
That would have been
No,
real.
he's not.
Really
What?
Oh! Okay.
Okay, that's a new one.
I think the second one you can't do that with.
Oh, yeah, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so, basically to explain, if you get there fast enough, then that first guard that goes down that path, you can just side hop right there and not get caught. But the second guard, you unfortunately cannot do that. He's a little bit closer, so path is just a little bit different.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a classic OOT thing.
Yeah, it's a classic. Oh, that's never happened before. Gotta have at least one of those in a marathon.
It's okay. I'm gonna tell us a bit about the PCRF, and then John is gonna get it on this exact try. Over the past 6 years, the PCRF has enabled over 500 medical teams consisting of thousands of volunteers to travel to the Middle East and treat thousands of children. The PCRF is the main humanitarian relief organization providing surgery in local hospitals by sending volunteer doctors and nurses to operate on children, as well as providing training and experience to local staff in the Middle East. To find out more about the PCRF, you can check out pcrf.net, and don't forget !donate to get those donations in.
And it worked.
All right, awesome.
Thanks, Cactus.
And very nice Deku stick pull here. This is one of the. It should be one of the source requirements.
True.
For sure. Bit of a sticky situation here.
I didn't think you were built like that, Rin. Honestly, but congrats, man. It's, I love that for you. Honestly, I love that for you.
Yeah, you can tell Zelda's just absolutely shocked.
Yeah.
Okay, now she's a little too uncomfortable. She's a little too comfortable in this situation, honestly.
I mean, just imagine the scenery. Like, you're just sitting in your courtyard and someone comes in and points a stick at you. Like, wow.
I mean, I don't have to imagine.
Like, wow. And then she's like, wow, this is like from my dream.
Exactly.
Get a nice low cutscene here.
Yeah, so this category is known for its amount of cutscenes, jokingly in the community. So this category has a bigger cutscene to gameplay ratio than glitches, which I think is hilarious.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
Like something like 40%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a modded version of Ocarina of Time called Faster Quest or Better Ocarina of Time, and you can complete this run in that mod, which gets rid of all cutscenes and all text is fast text. You can complete this run in under 40 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All of this to get Zelda's letter. Well, who am I kidding? I don't care about Zelda's letter, actually. The only thing we need is the song, Zelda's Lullaby, that comes right after.
Did you notice how she was instantly sad after you put the stick away?
What was that?
You notice how she instantly was sad and frowned after you put the stick away after her dream? That's...
Yeah.
All right, so coming up right here, we're gonna have
sorry.
another use for one of our bomb shoes. Another very nice use.
Yeah.
I would just like to quickly mention we have a new incentive that has just opened, and that is for lovers in a dangerous space-time, which is coming up later on. And that is for $250, the blindfolded captain incentive. So if we meet that, the captain of the ship will play level 3-1 Celestial Snowfields blindfolded, with the other crew members giving all the instructions on steering the ship. It would be really cool if we could get that met and see that, because that sounds very chaotic and entertaining.
That sounds really fun.
Why did you throw the first bomb shoe? Was there a point or was that a mistake?
It was an extra manipulation setup. No, it was a mistake.
Okay.
Okay, so right there, Jean just did a trick that's going to get used quite a few times throughout the run, which is the idea of skipping a cutscene by dying. So basically how that works is that Jean hit Link with an explosion, which had him land after doing a setup. Had Link land on the frame that he hits the cutscene trigger, so that the first frame of the cutscene plays, but also Link dies at the same time, which allows us to skip the cutscene. So that's going to be something that gets used a lot throughout the run.
I've seen the side road set up at the start of. Huh. Interesting.
All right, let's see what are we doing here.
I could have gone for swordless with that frame.
All right, and we just beat Deku Tree, Dodongo's Cavern, and Jabba Jabba's Belly all at once. Congratulations.
And we also get more cutscenes. Poor Guy.
Yeah.
And more cutscenes. So yeah, basically, you know, we do not have to beat all those dungeons to reach the Master Sword. You can just do a nice little side hop. So Jean gets this angle set up, and then he does something called a backward side hop, where he does a down ESS roll, and then side hops out of that weird roll, which allows him to both side hop at the correct angle to fit through this tiny gap that was left in the by the developers on the left side of the Door of Time, but also still face the correct direction, so as to be able to just barely jump slash back in bounds, where he has a few frames to side hop out of the door and reach past it. And there you go. That's all three dungeons as child's gifts. Yeah, exactly. This skips 7 years of gameplay.
Yeah.
All right. So now we get this nice cutscene. It's like 4 to 5 minutes long. Just getting explained that now we're an adult. Everything sucks, and we have to save the world still. And yeah, it's great. So I figure I'm gonna take a little bit of time here to just kind of explain why GSR, why is it the way it is, where did it come from? So GSR is, believe it or not, it's a pretty old category, or at least it has gone through many names, gone through many slightly different rule sets. It started in the early 2010s. As an alternative to any percent that was more restrictive, so kind of like a no major glitches, but like without the idea of like beating all the dungeons. So there wasn't really like trying to make it require anything. It was more just about banning some broken techniques, and the techniques in particular that they wanted to ban at the time was reverse bottle adventure. And wrong warp. So the category was originally called no RBA wrong warp. Any percent no RBA wrong warp. So that was the first iteration. However, soon after the category was founded, a year or two later, another glitch was discovered called get item manipulation, which if it were allowed in this category, would cause a severe route change, where you could actually get light arrows in Forest Temple using get item manipulation. And so there was a discussion: should we allow this trick? They decided that it was obviously not in the spirit of the category, because really the idea of the category was less about banning RBA in particular and more just about banning item manipulation. And so they decided that the community decided that it would be better to just rename the category "No Item Manipulation / Wrong Warp" as a bigger umbrella term to more encompass the idea. However, as time went on, circa 2018, 2019, around that time, it was realized after some changes and some discoveries that really what the people wanted was not so much any percent, but with some restrictions, but really the route. People had fallen in love with this route, and so we decided as a community that basically just come to terms with that, to be honest with that, that really we wanted to enforce the route rather than just restrictions on any percent. And so we decided to make the category goal-based, and therefore we named it GSR. EGR was robbed. Yeah, so and that's also why there are restrictions besides just the goals. That's why item manipulation, glitches, and wrong warping is still banned, because it is a legacy category. And that's also why another glitch is banned, which is blue warp cutscene skips, which isn't even a wrong warp, which was more of a problem when it was no item manipulation wrong warp, because blue warp cutscene skips aren't a wrong warp. But now that it's a goal-based category, it's fine. No one cares, because we're not even claiming that we're just banning wrong warps anyway, right? So.
Will any of us be on the exam?
Yeah, there's gonna be a pop quiz at the end of all this. It's gonna be tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Gotcha, thanks.
You better show up with your number 2 pencil.
No, Chef Bear, I gotta ask, what was EGR? What was EGR?
EGR was Essential Ganondorf Requirements. It's basically the canon name for GSR. It's for those in the know.
The canon of what?
Know this category know that the real name is EGR, not GSR. EGR was robbed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for once, we're gonna do what the game tells us to do and go get the hook shot straight after being an adult. And that's the one and only time you'll see us do what the game wants us to do.
Crazy, right?
I mean,
Sorry,
the game does want you to beat Ganon, no?
Yeah, I guess you're
And the
right.
whole category is like beating Ganon. I'm saying... Dude, I haven't seen this in so long, I forgot what the reasonable time is. Like 40-something. 47.
49, 48, if you're not...
Yeah, I'm gonna say 49. This is a pretty good race so far.
No.
Yeah,
He's
Denpe's
the goat.
been really kind.
47.
I didn't get Denpe combos, so that's a bit sad, but that's fine.
You can skip climbing that ledge with that little jump slash there. Link doesn't pop up. Saves just a little bit of time. We're all about those little optimizations.
Yo.
And very nice. Didn't get hit by a single flame, did you?
Yeah, I got really lucky. So the flames are RNG, so Denpe can be really, really neat sometimes.
Alright, so I was wrong. So, guess it's time to rage quit.
It's also wrong. Nobody wins.
And now we have hookshot. So basically, the next goal that we're gonna achieve on our laundry list, shopping list, grocery list. Anyways, some kind of list. People have laundry lists. Anyways,
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. I don't know why that came to mind. Maybe I need to do laundry. But anyways, the next thing on our list is to get Shadow Medallion. So if you remember, two of the things that we need to get are Shadow and Spirit Medallion. So we're gonna go ahead and get Shadow Medallion first.
I never
We're
understood
gonna
this
do this
trick.
little trick here.
Can you explain this?
Let's see.
That was
Oh,
on frame base.
okay.
That's fine. You can just retry it.
Yeah, this trick is super retryable.
I never understood this. Enlighten me, Chef Bear, please.
Uh,
Come on. Basically, we get Link stuck in a really weird animation by mashing hookshots on the right timing. And what? Okay, I'll just redo the entire
I can explain it for you. I wanted to
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
not interrupt you while you're doing the trick.
No,
But,
sorry.
But yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, so as John was explaining, if you bong into an object and you press hookshot at the right time, it's a pretty big frame window. You can actually get into this weird state where Link is just he's kind of tweaking and pulling out hookshot a few times, and if for the third time you that Link pulls hookshot, you shoot the hookshot. Then if it is a hookshotable, then Link will be launched upwards, which is very helpful because that allows Jean to get onto that seam there. He gets ISG, also known as Infinite Sword Glitch, and in that state, Link is basically infinitely slashing. At least that's what the game thinks. The game thinks that Link is infinitely slashing on every single frame, and Link cannot fall in that state. And so Jean is able to walk on that seam pretty much completely safely, without falling. And now we're in the Shadow Temple. All right, so coming up, we got a very significant trick. Shadow Temple is a big dungeon, and we don't like big dungeons as speedrunners. We'd rather them become small dungeons for us. So we're gonna make that happen.
Yeah, if you remember last year's glitch exhibition, we needed a macro for it because it was too complicated to show live. But now setups have evolved, and we can do it RTA. That's one frame today, that's fine. One frame.
Very nice.
If you don't understand what's happening, it's normal. Save to make sure I don't use punctures. Nice. Alright.
Absolutely beautiful.
Let's
All right, so
I love this
what
trick.
the hell just happened there? All right. So basically, right after getting hover boots, Jean did a little setup, and if you remember, very early in the run, the very first trick in the run, Jean used crouch stab speed in order to clip through the guard. It's basically the same idea here. Link, when he does a triple slash clip, or sorry, when he does a triple slash on that third slash, there's that one frame where he's going very fast, and so on that frame, Jean was able to equip hover boots, which allowed him to clip into that little corner. It's a very similar corner as in Bottom of the Well, when we clip with the corpse. And he's able to side hop down very conveniently down into what turned out to be the room just before Bongo Bongo, which I'll bring it up now, is that something about about Ocarina of Time that's very special is that whenever you are playing in a dungeon, all of the rooms are loaded. At least their collision is loaded, and loading zones are loaded. Those are loaded all the time. And so Jean was able to side hop into the invisible invisible pre-boss room. Did some memorized movements in order to get to the boss door, and then he dropped a bomb chew. He threw a nut at it to make it explode, and then he did a slow walk off the ledge, and on the frame that Link dropped down the ledge, he pressed target, which allowed him to do what's called a ledge clip, which makes Link grab the ledge, but from the opposite side. And so he was actually inside the ledge. And then the bomb shoe exploded, hit Link, making Link barely touch the loading zone into Bongo Bongo Boss Room.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest tricks in the entire run, but also one of the hardest. I'm really glad I got it in that way, because if you mess it up, you lose bomb chews, and explosives in this run are on extremely high demand. It's really, really tight. There's a bit of a leeway with skipping some tricks, but that's really, really not much.
Yeah, we're gonna see not too long from now why we need so many explosives. Why we need to be so conservative with our explosives.
Here's why we needed a bottle, mostly. So we're just gonna get this bottle over our deku nuts, don't worry about it. It's Ocarina of Time. Then play Ocarina with our sword, and play Zelda's Lullaby, which gives us a fairy. This is not mandatory, it's just faster to do it that way. Don't worry about it, it's Ocarina of Time. Just remember that we need that fairy in a couple minutes.
This trick was also a point of contention when this category was no eye manipulation wrong.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised.
Because, you know, duping the bottle. Just another reason why the category was renamed.
Hearts? Anyone? Come on, man. That's fine, I'll get them in front of DC.
Alright, so if I'm correct, and I am correct, Jean is going to do some slow movement, but it's faster in our hearts because it's cool.
It's actually faster if you're fast, but that bonk made it lose all the time save. Come on, grab the ladder, dude!
Look at that, first try clip.
Second try.
Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It doesn't matter how much time we lose, because that was just so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love this movement.
I really enjoy that you do it right next to a door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention,
so
we just got another one of our goals. We got Shadow Medallion, so now we've checked off Zelda's Lullaby and Shadow Medallion from our list. Up next, we're going to be getting Magic as our next goal. We do have one thing left to do before we can get Magic. So there's going to be some fun stuff going on in Dodongo's Cavern, as you can see here in just a little bit. So basically, just after this cutscene, you're going to see Link rolling across the lava. And John's going to intentionally take damage until he gets down to half a heart. And then he's going to do this nice little setup, and he's going to basically hookshot the ladder, and on the same frame. On the same frame that he hits the lava, on the same frame that he's supposed to die, he's going to hookshot the ladder.
One frame. Okay.
And
Nice.
boom! There we go. So we call that Doom Jump, which is basically when Link hookshots the ladder, right? the game is the game says, okay, make Link, go with this speed in that direction. However, when Link dies, that direction is changed upward, and so we take advantage of that, and that's also why we get the ferry. So that way, after we're launched upwards and get onto that bridge, Link is revived, and so John is able to continue and just got bombs. So now we have 20 more explosives here. So very, very nice. So whereas bomb chews are limited, we only have 10. Cannot get any more without going way out of the way. Bombs you can't refill.
Should I switch out there for this jump?
Yeah. That ledge is very silly, so I actually came up with that little setup there just to make it a little less silly. Just to guarantee that you get a jump off there, because for some reason that ledge is just very very annoying and will just make Link not jump.
I could just come in and talk a little bit about the marathon again. Welcome in those of you who are joining us for Archiethon. As I've said, we are raising money to support the Palestine Children's Relief Fund this year. They provide humanitarian aid and free medical care to thousands of children who lack access to it within their local healthcare system. You can press !donate to get a link to the donation page, or there should also be a pinned comment with the donation link, and also a banner down below the stream that will point you in that direction as well. If you'd call your attention to the amazingly designed Twitch stream layout that we have this year, you might notice along the bottom we have little Archie in a rubber ring at the start of a lazy river, and as we progress towards the currently selected blindfolded captain incentive that is going to be filling with water and carry Archie along towards the finish line. So that'll be a great way for us to track how we're doing on those incentives throughout the day. And yeah, thank you all so much for the donations so far and your support. And yeah, if you do want to see that blindfolded captain run later on, do make sure you get the donations in for that. It sounds like they've been working very hard practicing it, and it's going to be quite a fun one to watch.
Alright, so that's the literal only reason why we need Zelda's Lullaby, is to get this fairy to give us magic so we can shoot light arrows. Our next up is not going to be Spirit Temple just yet. First we need one more item, more like a song. We're going to get Vineyard of Forests because we're going to come back here later.
Which one is that? Is that the...
That's Requiem. We're getting it as well, but Vineyard is...
And you call yourself an Ocarina of Time fan.
Oh, that's the one!
Yeah, you have to say it twice.
Hey man, I played this when I was like 6, okay? It was 20 years ago. It's been a while.
So normally you need Sarya's song to get past Mido, but you can just kind of jump over him with the right setup.
Yep.
Just try again and... Yeah,
and so basically what's happening there is that Mido's idle animation actually moves that. So basically, Mido is like a cylinder. Think that there's like an invisible cylinder there that you can't get past. However, that cylinder actually does move ever so slightly with Mido's idle animation. And so, if you manage to backflip at the correct angle, the correct position, during the right part of that idle animation, where the cylinder is just in the right place, then you can backflip past. Very nice. Skipping this whole maze. Very fancy jump.
Damage here on purpose.
Why are you taking damage, John?
That's fine, that's fine. I don't need that much HP anyway.
I hope you don't die. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, it would be catastrophic if I die right now.
Oh, hey,
Because I have a cutscene to watch.
watch out for that bomb. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, gosh dang it.
Okay.
It's Jover.
For some reason he dies here, so we'll skip the menu cutscene. I believe her. I bet this better be right.
Exactly. Yeah, the camera pan shows
The
that
tried it.
we died on the right frame.
True. Watching the first frame of the cutscene, so as to skip
Yeah,
it, but
exactly.
still get all its goodie contents, aka the Minuet of Forest.
So you don't even get to hear it, is what I'm hearing?
We're
You get to hear it later.
Twice, I think. Yeah, we played twice on the run.
Yeah, don't worry.
I mean, I don't hear it because that's not streaming audio on Discord, sadly, but you guys get to hear it.
Alright. I think I rolled a bit early, but we should be good. Never
I
mind.
think it looks.
Oh, that walking.
No ESS.
That's fine. Yeah, no has.
That is
You can basically slide
A-okay.
through the entirety of
Just a little movement time save, but
Yeah.
basically what John just tried to go for is called a Hess. It's the same concept as a Wes, but using an explosive. Well, it doesn't have to be with an explosive, as long as it's a damage source that hits multiple times, such that Link can roll into it while the player is holding ESS, and then pressing shield so as to recoil and target. So as to get into that classic ESS shuffle, allowing us to indefinitely move very fast.
What does the
but
H
it's
stand for? Wrong answers only.
The H stands for hyper.
No, wrong answers only!
Is a hyper extended super slide. You can thank the older Ocarina of Time community from the 2000s for these fantastic names for these iconic glitches.
I'm setting you up for the jokes here, man. You gotta grasp them.
Exactly.
Here's another use
Yeah,
of
no-
bombs.
Yeah.
I mean, it does sound cool, though. Hyper extended super set.
Does this work?
Yeah. Next thing, Oddbot's gonna tell us that this is called the DN glitch.
No, that meme is actually beyond me. That must be. What does the end mean?
It's D's nuts. Got him.
I didn't think you would do it on a PG stream, but I respect it. I have nothing but respect for
Completely
you.
owned.
Deku nuts.
Gets
Deku nuts.
completely owned,
Oh,
actually.
Deku Nuts, so trash!
Yeah.
It's so true!
It's okay, I'm trying to keep a track record of getting told off to not say a swear word every Archiethon, and I think I'm 4-4 so far, so
You're doing great.
I gotta sneak it in at some point today.
Alright, so John just got caught because he's a noob. No, I'm just kidding. It's intentional. So he got caught, which allows us to get into the cell. There's a precise hook shot that you can do here that's going to allow Jean to clip up, and then he's going to do a little bit of movement to get on this little sliver of geometry, and he's going to do some fancy parkour. See if he gets it.
Should be good. Okay, yeah. It's the secondary ledge, but it works.
Okay. Alright. Very nice. Okay. You can just directly land past that seam, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Screw that sign.
But he backs it up nicely. Gotta kill the sign. It's a
Yeah,
mandatory
always.
part of the run. But yeah, that little thing that we did there, it skips just a small little segment of the run of the game where you have to save all the carpenters. So just a little time save, you know.
Wait, you're not gonna
So,
super slide?
No, I'm not doing Wasteland test. I'm not a top player, sadly.
Well, not with that attitude. You are a top player on my heart, Rin. That's all that matters.
Thanks, man. Really helps me out. Alright, so normally you need to be guided here, but it's really just knowing where to go that helps. So some of the polygons in this area will void you out and respawn you at the start. But if you know where you're going, then you can just kind of go.
Yeah, the path is there, whether you're being guided or not, so no need for Lens of Truth.
You can even get to Gerudo Fortress as child by going from Desert Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird that you can. There's nothing there, but it's a thing that exists.
All right, so right here is the big reason why Jean's been trying to be as conservative as possible with his explosives. Going to be doing basically like the sort of the hallmark. What I think is kind of the hallmark trick of GSR, called Spirit Hover. So basically, it's another case of Spirit Temple is a big dungeon, and we'd rather it be a small dungeon. So we're gonna make it a small dungeon by just skipping the whole bottom path.
Yeah. Before that, there's a bit of a cutscene. So there's your Sanctum. You will get, or not, I guess, to hear it.
Yeah,
the other song that you mentioned.
Oh, that is the one though. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, Requiem of Spirits. So, in a run context, you wouldn't be watching this cutscene. You would just straight up do the hover trick. But for safety, it's actually better to watch this cutscene so we can stay inside of Spirit Temple. Because we don't get any more bumpers back. Let's see me fail the song like 3 times. Alright, never
First
mind.
try.
I usually suck at playing this song.
Get a nice cinematic view of the owl.
The only time you get to see the owl as adults. Alright, so the fun is going to begin as soon as I exit Spirit Temple once again. So I'll just enter real quick and safety save, and then here we go.
Good luck.
Alright. Come here, little boy.
Shout out to what Sexpex just
That's
wrote
good.
in chat. It's incredible.
Alright, here's the hard part. Careful of the bird. So if you remember the Glitch exhibition last year, I also did Spirit Hover, but I did it with only bomb shoes. Okay, it's going away. It's much harder with bombs because it's more precise.
Alright.
Alright. Alright. And...
Okay. One more.
Good. Alright, that's fine, I have 15 bombs left. Okay, I see him sliding.
And
There we go.
very nice.
So that's Spirit Hover, one of the hardest tricks in the run. Basically, we just hover all the way up to a seam, a joint between 2 walls, and use the infinite sword glitch to walk up the seam.
How precise is the
And then-
jump slash at the end? Because it kind of stressed me out that it's done unbuffered.
Not that precise, but it's missable for sure. I've already missed it in MST.
That would suck, no?
Yeah, it sucked. I was really mad.
You want to talk about why he crouch stabs there?
Yeah, so in this game, basically, the developers made a noopsie with crouch stabbing, and they didn't give it its own attack value, and so basically, if you crouch stab, it will not overwrite whatever the attack value is set to. So if you do an attack before crouch stabbing, then it will just use the damage value of the last attack. So that's why you saw Jean did do a jump slash and then do crouch stabs the rest of the way.
Yeah,
call that power crouch stab.
conveniently-
Another
Yeah,
great name.
And conveniently, ISG happens to require a crouch stab, so when you have ISG, your sword is actually dealing damage based on your last damage value, which means that with ISG you can just unlock bosses into oblivion and just destroy them.
Yep. Which is that's exactly what John just described is exactly what he did at Bongo Bongo as well.
And here's the second coolest trick in the round.
A little ISG. A nice low clip.
Is that a gamer?
No, it's just really weird collision on the statue.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Very nice.
That was perfect. Pretty much all you could ask for.
Very well done. So that trick we call statue climb. It used to be in the category that we would actually go a different route. We would go upstairs to the mirror puzzle room, and then we would do this. Mega side hop to clip out of bounds. But for the last several years, we've been doing this trick, statue climb, and slightly more recently, like three or 4 years ago, which doesn't seem recent, but again, it's an old category, so you gotta keep things in perspective. It was discovered that you can actually just use a backflip to clip through the head of that statue. And because you're out of bounds, you can just use hover boots and a little bit of precise movement in order to just reach the loading zone behind the boss door.
Alright, cool.
I've never seen that.
Very nice.
Version of skipping cutscenes. We started the cutscene and void out during it.
Didn't you used to void out in the corner and like on the right?
Yeah, you used to need the hookshot to clip, but this version is much easier.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I think it's like almost. It's like 2 to 3 years old. I think it was like
Yeah,
late 2021 or something like that was discovered.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So, yeah, it is relatively recent.
Yeah, I haven't watched much runs recently, so checks out.
And here's everyone's favorite boss, every speedrunner's dream and nightmare.
Yeah. So the thing about this boss, for speedruns, it can literally be a run killer, and the runner will have no control over it because the witches can just keep doing what's called troll cycles over and over again, where they just do not shoot their magic. But sometimes the opposite thing will happen, and they'll actually shoot twice in a row. And that's the ideal RNG is when they're shooting multiple times in a row. So we want that good RNG. But there can be a variance of even like 30 seconds, just RNG alone on this fight.
Get away!
So that was a troll cycle right there. They didn't make a shot.
I'm gonna have to YOLO it, I think. No, she just decides to. Oh,
YOLO?
thanks.
Oh, nice.
Just ran
Yeah,
into
sometimes
the
they
beam.
just get into positions that it's just you just have to pray that you make the shot.
Wait, where's he? Okay. This is a really weird twin robot because like they're shooting at weird spots, but then get into perfect spots again. I think yeah, it's his booms.
Attempt was made, but quick second shot from Ice.
Yeah, at least she shot fast. Alright, so the RNG part stops here for Twin Robot. Technically there's a bit of RNG involved with movement in the second phase, but it's really negligible.
Yeah, that first phase is only supposed to take 4 shots, but as I explained, sometimes they do double shots, and so if they happen to do a double shot on that last hit, then it'll go for another cycle, which is also why you saw Jean hook-shotting them, which made sure that they didn't shoot another beam of magic out of turn. Because that's slow.
So,
we don't want to wait for that.
Yeah. So you can probably read a couple donations during this cutscene and the upcoming Blue Warp cutscene. There's
Thank
not
you,
much
yeah.
to say here.
Yeah, thank you very much. We have had $10 just come in from Chuckles that says, I really want to see that blindfolded captain incentive. Thank you so much for that. And I will take a moment as well just to read and remind people what we are fundraising for this Archiethon. So we are supporting the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, and the PCRF provides humanitarian aid and free medical care to thousands of children yearly who lack access to that care within their local healthcare system. Their mission is to work towards a world where all children in the Middle East have access to quality medical care, humanitarian aid, and specialized surgical procedures. As well as this, they do a lot of work around food insecurity, which does impact the growth, development, and overall health of refugee children in the Middle East. So the PCRF, as well as the medical support they provide, has provided thousands of children in refugee camps in Lebanon and Gaza with food distribution to support their nutritional needs. To find out more about this, please do visit pcrf.net, and that is linked below in the Twitch panels as well. Do type !donate to get the link to donate, and as I have mentioned, we have a few bids and incentives open right now. So the Jotwad run did get met, so I look forward to us seeing that at the end of JEANBERNARDGAMING's run. That'll be a really fantastic showcase, and currently we have open the blindfolded captain incentive for lovers in a dangerous space-time later, where the captain of the ship will play at level 3-1 blindfolded, with the other crew members giving instructions on how to steer the ship. And coming up later on in the day, even further, we have a palette choice bid war for the Void Stranger run. So that is choosing the color palette for the run, and your choices are grey, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And currently we have grey and orange in the joint lead for those. So if you do have a preferred colour palette you would like to see for that run, do get the donation in. And if you want to help us meet the blindfolded captain incentive later, it would be really fantastic for the runners to be able to showcase that. I did see in the chat earlier they've been working really hard practicing that bonus, so it would be great if we could get to see them showcase that. But yeah, thank you.
Those palette names are not canonic, I have to say.
I'm so glad we're doing Jotwad. That makes me very happy.
There's your minuets, Tim.
Thanks, man.
Yep, so that makes it where we don't have to save and reset and then, go all the way from Temple of Time to Forest Temple. We can just warp right there, so very worth it to go a little bit out of our way to get Minuet Forest. Also, shoutouts to having achieved another goal in on our not laundry list of of things to get. So we got.
Why not?
We just got. Yeah, why not? You know, heck, you know what? It's a laundry list. So we just got Spirit Medallion. So we have almost everything that we need. We have 2 things left to get. We have to get a quiver, and we have to get light arrows. So we're not here for the usual reason to come to Forest Temple. We're completely ignoring Phantom Ganon. He can live to another day. We are just here for his quiver.
I wanted to give the answers, teacher. Come on.
More answers to come. More answers to come.
Gotta make sure I pay attention.
Alright. I think I fumbled the equips a bit. Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright, please hit me. Thank you.
Alright, so damaging down a bit. Just a bit. Down to a half a heart. So, once again, one shot away from dying if hit by an explosive. So you can see where that's going.
Oops. Just turning at the right angle. Oh, come on, dude. So those little turns, they're called ESS turns. They also need ESS position for 1 frame, I think. And it's really annoying to do.
Yeah, it's a little precise.
Okay, 1 frame. Cool. So here's part
Alright.
1.
Just clipped out of bounds.
1 frame. Okay. 1 frame. Alright, and
Very
here's
nice.
the final hook shot jump.
Alright, so this might look familiar. We did this same kind of trick in Dodongo's Cavern, so it's another Doom Jump. And then right here, after doing that Doom Jump, Jean's just going to do a little Mega Side Hop here to get a bounce, and then Void Out. And he needs to Void Out because that is the only way that he's going to be able to now start the Stalfos fight.
You know, little mega setup seems like a bit of an oxymoron, but I'll let it pass.
Those Stalfos can be really annoying. Whatever they do is completely random.
Yeah, you can get like better at the fights, like kind of more intuiting like how they're going to move, but in the end, you're still kind of at their mercy.
Okay, that was not too bad.
Very nice. And also, before he did the Doom Jump, he clipped out of bounds into that wall, and that's again that kind of same concept with the crouch stab having that 1 frame where he built up a lot of speed, and on that frame he equipped hover boots and entered and he also pressed A to enter the door on that frame. However, he also dropped those bombs, and the push from those bombs moved Link to the side at the same time as he opened the door, and so which caused Link to then go into the wall, and so he was able to do the Doom Jump from there.
And here's 5 minutes and 30 seconds of cutscenes.
Yeah, it's great.
Be
Yeah, so
careful of spoilers. If you haven't played the game, I'll be mindful of it. There's a huge spoiler coming in.
Yeah, it's no one. It's a secret to everybody. No one knows about this.
Yeah.
Also, if you've played Smash Bros. Melee or Brawl,
I was about to ask
Oh, yeah,
if
yeah,
the
this is
same
actually-
thing gets spoiled in
No,
my
see, this is actually a spoiler for Super Smash Brothers. So
true, true. Actually,
Oh,
this
no.
is true.
You can probably
now
read,
you
some
might be
donations.
wondering, you know, why
Oh,
is
this
it
chef has stuff to say, yeah.
why is it that this cutscene is playing right now? Wouldn't you need to
Oh, yeah,
beat
yeah.
all of the adult dungeons and get all the medallions before being able to get light arrows? Well, you see, the developers.
If we didn't beat all the dungeons.
Oh, sorry.
If we didn't beat all the dungeons,
It's crazy. I mean, we skipped so many dungeons. How do we get to this point?
work?
Well, you see, the developers assumed that you just would not be able, to beat Spear and Shadow without having already beaten Forest, Fire, and Water, because beating Forest, Fire, and Water is required to get Nocturne of Shadow, which is the only way to get into Shadow Temple,
As we saw.
or so they thought. And so all that's required for this cutscene to start, and all that's required for the Rainbow Bridge to spawn in order for us to get into Ganon's castle, are the Spear and Shadow medallions.
Alright, you can probably read some donations if you have some while the cutscene ends, because there's also like 2 more cutscenes after this one.
Thank you. I will take a minute to talk about what we're doing today. I appreciate that. So yeah, for anyone who is just joining us now, welcome into Archiethon. This is a speedrunning marathon hosted by the Celeste community, where we'll be showcasing Celeste, the community members' other speed games and unique talents that they would like to show off, as well as some unique Celeste-related categories later on too. So we're being hosted here on the Celeste Community Twitch channel, so be sure to drop us a follow to stay up to date with all of the events that we have going on here. And you can also type !Discord to join the Discord and get involved with the stuff that we're doing in the future. So we are indeed raising money for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund at this Archiethon. And they are the main non-profit arranging free medical care for sick and injured children from the Middle East outside of their homeland, regardless of religion or politics. Since 1992, they have sent over 2,000 children from the Middle East to hospitals in the USA, Europe, and Asia for free care that they can't access at home. For more information about this program and the other great work that they're doing, you can check out their website, pcrf.net, which we're also linking down below the stream. And yeah, please do get those donations in to support the great work that PCRF are doing. I'm curious, before watching that cutscene, we're slightly spoiled now, but if anyone would like to donate and tell us who they think Sheik's actual real secret identity is, I'd be curious to know your thoughts. Thank you.
And there we go, right there. We just achieved the last goal that we need to meet before defeating Ganondorf, and that is light arrows. So now we have light arrows, Spear and Shadow medallions, magic, Zelda's Lullaby, and a quiver, which are all the stated requirements before defeating Ganondorf and beating the game.
But what about the trials?
There's trials in Ganon's castle?
We shall see. Yeah, I guess if we're going to be doing trials, then there's still a lot of the run left, huh?
You will find out on the next episode of...
Just imagine this cutscene and then the ending playing. And then you have to wait 1 week for the next anime episode.
But there would be a banger ending song, though.
Yeah, that's true. Should I ask to Ganondorf stuff?
Alright, so just heading on over to Ganon's castle. Gonna be one other little cutscene. It's definitely another hallmark of this category, as we mentioned. Couple little cutscenes. We have to be shocked by Yan's castle. We're very shocked.
Hey, to be fair, this is an MST as well now.
True.
Alright, so there should be enough cutscenes, right? We should probably be able to just go into Yan's castle now, right? Oh, come on, man.
So close.
Welcome to GSR! The G actually stands for cutscenes. I don't know if it's a very well-known fact, but it's true.
Yeah. Cutscene speedrun.
Cutscene speedrun routes.
Exactly. Alright, so coming up, we're going to have to do all the trials. So there are 6 trials that we have to go through. We have to beat them. So let's see how John does with that.
Yeah, just doing some shopping before. Don't mind me.
That's totally fair. You want to be prepared.
Yeah.
Trials is pretty hard, you know.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Just getting an XG to make sure I can clear the fights and trials easily.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ow. Here's the most annoying trick in the game. I hate this.
You got this.
Hold on. Maybe like this. There we go. Alright, so
Very nice.
So you guys can see what's happening. I'm just going to do a little hover. Oops. Oh,
almost.
do it again, that's fine.
Flame explosives.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh.
Do I just farm in water? That's fine. I should be fine with explosives. Just so you guys can see what's happening.
Oh.
Okay. This might be bad. Hold on. I can just farm bombs on these guys, I think. This trick is like really annoying to fail because bombs. You need bombs until the end of the run. Why are you not doing damage? That's an arrow. Maybe you will drop bombs. Or I can just go from the beamless. Yeah, I'll just farm beamless at the entrance, yeah.
We have had
So what's normally supposed to happen
$10 Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've had $10 coming from Sexrex, who says Sheik is tingle. So I'm curious to hear your own thoughts on that. And we are moving towards that blindfolded captain incentive now. See Archie making their way down the lazy river at $30 so far with that incentive. So thank you so much for everyone getting in so far.
Just farm once more.
Alright.
Just making sure.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little forgetful of all the backups, just because I'm used to being such a pro gamer and getting everything first try. You know, you understand.
Suffering from success,
That's true,
honestly,
that's
I get it.
Exactly, yeah.
I get it. So the reason I'm resetting the game here is to save my bombs, because those BMOs each have a 50% chance of dropping a bomb. But if you don't get a bomb drop, you can just save and reset and be back at the entrance of Ganon's castle. So it's much safer on bombs than just banking on more drops.
How many do we need? Like what for like the castle, like Rungo or whatever? The tower escape, but... Wait, that's
There are a few places that we'll need them.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There's some faster strats, like way faster that are technically skippable, but it's better. Like the more bombs you have, better basically.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Alright.
Might as well put light arrows here. Drop our bugs because we don't need them anymore. but the empty bottle is very important.
Are you already safe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
First
So this
try, look at
collision-
that. Beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. So for some reason this collision loads the inside of Ganon's tower. I'm not entirely sure why, it's just a thing that exists. So that was trial skip. That was some really mean battles. So we're nearing the end of the run now. There's just some sometimes really annoying fights and 2 really big tricks. Or I guess 1.5. Come on. I guess you could have added this on the laundry list. Like, we can't enter Ganondorf without having the bus key.
This is true.
Okay, so let me go ahead and explain what just happened there with Trials. So basically, we've been gaslighting you the whole time. We're not doing Trials. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this isn't Trials at all.
But yeah, so basically what happens there is so there aren't really like dedicated like polygons in this game for certain purposes. There isn't like, oh, we're gonna put a loading zone polygon here. Oh, we're gonna put whatever other polygon here. Basically, every polygon is just a generic polygon, and it can be given any properties whatsoever. And it just so happens that there is one triangle of that wall that a developer just kind of was having, kind of a little distracted. It was a Friday. They were almost out of work, and accidentally just so happened to make it a loading zone. So little oopsies there, but that comes to our great advantage because that just allows us to get in here without having to beat the trials.
But why isn't that part of the Ganon Source requirement?
Well, technically, Trials is not Ganondorf, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Or
to
is
sit
it?
with that one for a little bit, I think. I have to think about that one.
You're gonna meditate on this?
Because it's not part of our cherished legacy.
Well, but I mean, if you think about MS...
Yeah, but with MST it's like in the name, right? Medallion Stones Trials.
Oh, that's what
So
that stands
checks out.
for.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm just kidding.
This is why EGR was robbed. Would have all been solved.
So Ganondorf's cape is ridiculously over-engineered. You'll see that right here.
Gorgeous.
There's something. I think it has like more polygons than the entirety of Link's sector. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's going to that's going to have big consequences in just a moment. Right after this fight. So let's see how John does.
So here's why we need the bottle.
Throwing that jump slash. You can skip doing the volley by just jumping to the middle platform.
Oops. That's a 2-cycle, I guess. So the cape is actually being really annoying here because you can stun lock Ganondorf with ISG, but it's really annoying to do because the cape makes it lag a lot. So you can just use the glitchless method.
The Giga Chad glitchless method.
Manually. Yeah, it's 2 frames for every cross stab. It's really not that bad.
Yeah, most of the bosses in this game, or at least a lot of them can be stun locked by hitting them within a certain window of them being hit last. Usually that lasts like anywhere from 1 to 2 frames, depending on the boss, and depending on how much health they have.
And here's why all my homies hate Ganondorf's So, another fun trivia, the holes in Ganondorf's Cape are procedurally generated.
Very fun.
I'm telling you, it's ridiculously over-engineered. And
yeah, I don't even
this
think
cape,
I don't think I even knew that about the holes.
Wait, the holes
yeah,
in this cape?
It's
the-
never the same pattern of holes.
So as y'all are about to see, that cape is gonna really do some damage to the frame rate here, which is going to make things a little bit more awkward. Yeah, so this is another case where, you know, there's this whole long sequence and we kind of don't want to do it, so John's going to do a little trick here. Very fancy trick.
Well, I forgot this is a thing. I thought it was going like the old 80% method, but
I almost got rock trolled, but
very nice.
Don't worry about it. Everything's normal.
All right.
And we should be. What?
Oh, just barely didn't make it.
Huh. That's a new one. That's
Okay.
fine.
You should be.
Would you say that never happened before?
Okay.
Oh, okay. I get what's happening. Oh no, I died.
Oh no.
I had a way to revive myself. Alright.
Very nice
let's
save.
See, where are we right now?
Get a little lost in the sauce here.
Oh, okay. I see where it is. Going for the kiss.
All right, very good. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain what the heck was all that. So basically, we did, John just did this trick called Void Warp, which actually near the beginning of this category's existence was banned because it was considered a wrong warp, but then the community decided actually it's not really a wrong warp, it's really just, well, I'll explain. So
yeah, it's a bit different.
basically on the same so John does a ledge clip and then uses a bomb there in order to get damage boosted into the loading zone that you're supposed to go into with Zelda. However, on the exact same frame that Link enters the loading zone, because the setup is this perfect way, on that same frame, Link also hits the void plane, which is the when you hit that plane, Link respawns at the top, and so the game kind of just tries to do both of those at the same time. It tries to void out Link and also enter the loading zone, and so what it ends up doing is it makes Link go into that room, but with the coordinates that the void would have sent you to. So Link is actually sent way up high to the top of the tower, yeah, John's able to do just a little bit of maneuvering to get around a lot of invisible loading zones and rooms, and is able to just fall all the way down to the bottom of Tower Collapse, thus skipping that whole sequence. Very cool trick.
And here's the last quote-unquote trick of the run.
And yeah, shout out to Double Kiss. Very nice.
Yeah, that double kiss was great.
All right, so John just did that super slide because he wanted to look cool. It's no other reason. It's just swag. It's not even faster.
Literally no
I'm just
other
kidding.
reason.
So
Yeah.
the reason why he does this is because we have a weapon that we'd very much like to keep. The thing about Ganon is that all weapons do only 1 hit point of damage except for Master Sword. And so it would be nice if we still had Master Sword for this fight, because it would do a lot more damage, be way faster. So if you actually super slide to this fight and then you keep holding shield, even though Ganon visually swipes the Master Sword away, you are going to see that we actually still have it for the fight. So how convenient.
He's so bizarre that is coded that way. Like it's like you hold up the shield in the cutscene and then it blocks the attack. That like you would just assume that all of that is hard coded to just remove it in the cutscene, but
well, I think it
bizarre.
happens because Link can't do the animation of like when he does this and his sword is knocked away, and that's what it's tied to.
Yeah, I guess, but even then, I guess I'm saying like why.
All right, so now we're getting the Master Sword here, which we didn't have before. Definitely not.
Like why is it tied to that animation rather than the cutscene?
Huh?
By the way, Link is one hit KO for all this. So just one hit and he's done. However, John is a gamer. Would never die to Ganon. Very nice.
Time is
Very nicely
coming up
done.
in about 40 seconds. As soon as the final cutscene starts, once I slash Ganon's head. So if you guys have any shoutouts, now's the time. And time.
Time. GG's.
GG's.
Nice. And don't forget, we do have the jump off the watchtower incentive met. We will get on with that whenever you're ready to follow this run. GG's. Nice one. Kicking off Archiethon, first completed run of the weekend. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So thanks for having me. It's not over yet, of course, but before we go on to the bonus run, I would like to give a quick shout out to the OOT community. There's a lot of great resources if you're interested in learning the game. There's a Discord, discord.gg/OOT, I think. If I spelled the link wrong, don't worry, it's on the speedrun.com page. And yeah, there's a lot of great resources if you want to get into speedrunning. It's a bit impressive, but it's really not as bad as it looks. And it's a really fun speed game, so make sure to go for it. So I think we're ready to chain into the Jotla rounds, unless my commentators have something they would like to add.
I actually need to leave, but you guys have fun with that.
Alright, sounds good.
Sorry.
Alright, take care.
Cannot handle the awesomeness of Jotwood.
Sadly, yeah. No, I have yeah. I have people waiting for me. Peace. Have fun.
Peace, man.
Thank you,
Alright.
Tim Oddlord, for joining us on the comms there. Much appreciated.
Alright, so that was the final cutscene. We don't need to watch that. Time for the best category in the entire leaderboard. So, the goal of this category is exactly as you think it is. The goal is to die by jumping off the watchtower in Kakariko Village. For this one, we're going to skip the intro because no one wants to watch this again. So time starts as soon as Link moves, so that's going to be in 3, 2, 1, time. Alright, so this category also starts by escaping Kokiri Forest. It's just a different way of escaping, as we will see in just a bit. Nice muscle memory. So we're not going to be getting any rupees this time. Just 10 rupees for a Deku Stick. And that's all we're going to need for our run.
This is a very prestigious category. Basically, your worth as a speedrunner, and dare I say, your worth
Yeah,
as
exactly.
a human being in general, is dependent on your job one time.
This is true, it's true. But for real, the Jotwa is actually a really competitive category because it's so short.
It's just perfect, you know?
It's just the right length. I'll get the safety deck stick just in case. Because you never know what happens in there.
Yeah.
So normally you'd only need one deck stick, but we just get an extra one. And we get to not see that cutscene where Link holds up the deck stick over his head. Here's the only equip of the run.
One pause speedrun achieved.
You'd love to see it.
Alright, so right off the bat, you're going to see that this is going to be a very different start from what we did in GSR. In GSR, we clipped through the guard at the entrance of Kokiri Forest, but you know, that has like this whole long cutscene with getting the ocarina from Saria, and it just takes too long. So we're gonna instead go this way.
Oh, one frame early. That's fine. That was one frame late. So the goal is to clip through the corner of this stone right here. It can be really finicky and decide to not work sometimes, but you guys can just enjoy the Lost Woods music.
True. It's mostly this corner here. Getting into it can be a bit annoying because of this fun little mechanic called remote wall interaction, where if you're trying to approach a corner and you're rubbing against a wall while doing that, Link actually walks very slowly and won't quite get in the corner. So it can make it a little tricky. So some runners will actually aim a little bit to the right to avoid rubbing that wall, so as not to get the remote wall interaction.
Alright, we are perfectly set up for our jump one run. So this guy is really fast to take damage from. That's not where I'm supposed to go, okay. I can just go down here. Here's a really annoying setup that one likes.
Speedrunner, are we going to be skipping the owl?
Oh, well, no owl skip, I guess. Nope.
we're just trying to make sure that, you know, that sign is still legible. You know, y'all studied your Japanese, right?
So here's what would have happened in GSR if I'd missed the owl. I just really hope that I'll be there before night, because it can be really bad if you don't. Okay, I guess we just wait 2 minutes then. Because like the reason we need to get to Kakariko before night is because there's a golden sculpture on the ladder that leads to the top of the tower. And that golden sculpture goes away as soon as it's day.
Yeah.
Enjoy some of the trivia. So did you know that those skull kids, they actually gradually get bigger in size? It's like the more you wait, the so like as we get to kill and make more of those to spawn, a bigger one will spawn, and that one is not actually limited in size. And so you can get some ridiculously high sizes with cheats that freeze time. Come on.
Good thing about this game is that nighttime is actually quite a bit shorter than daytime,
Yeah.
so don't have to wait very long.
Yeah, if it was Twilight Princess, it would be so doomed. Like the day-night cycles in Twilight Princess are like 20 minutes long. It's actually incredible.
Very awful. All right.
Alright,
Don't
so
mess up.
here's Kakariko Village. It's the hardest part. Oh no, I messed up.
Oh, no.
Ice runs over.
It runs over. You have to reset. You have to humble quit.
It's all good. It's all good. Alright.
Oh boy, I hope you don't die. That would be a shame.
Yeah, I really don't want to die in an area without any enemies.
Yeah.
Alright, so time is coming up as soon as Ling jumps off the watchtower and dies. On the first death frame.
And
Time. There we go, that was
Incredible.
the best category in the entire leaderboard.
the prestige. You can just smell the prestige. It's just...
This category, it's actually really hard to get a top time in this category because a lot of top runners have grinded it to no end.
True.
Thank you so much. JEANBERNARDGAMING and Chef Bear, is there anything you would like to shout out or outro with? Thank you so much for that run.
I would say play Ocarina of Time. It's a great game. And,
Long live Archie.
Yeah, long live Archie.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much for that exhibition of that run. And thanks again to everyone getting in the donations that allowed us to see that so early in the day. Much appreciated, yeah. Thank you.